one of those days. It's one of those days I'm so tired, I don't even feel like going to work. I feel like calling in just for the sake of calling in. But it's what we do. You know, we go to work, we're responsible, and it's what separates us from the others who are too lazy to work. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. It's about gold versus silver versus copper, and I'm going to mix in a little cryptocurrency as well. I'll start with gold. The advantages of gold: its compactness. You don't have to have too many of them to have a storage of wealth. I get a lot of questions every time I make a silver video. Well, what about gold? Like I'm against gold. Heck, buy gold, get some. I'm all for it. Which will segue me into the disadvantages, and it was hard to find some disadvantages in gold, to be honest with you. One disadvantage is it's expensive. For a man like me, I can't afford to go out and buy a gold coin like I can a silver coin. I mean, I would love to start my gold stack with a couple of dime-sized gold coins, but until I can get there, it's silver for me. The other downside is it is manipulated. The price is manipulated. It's held down. I would say about, I don't know. It's held down a little bit. The price is, it's not being allowed to rise where it really should be. And it's being manipulated, and everybody keeps asking me, how is it manipulated? Well, there's an illusion that there's one metals market, but there's actually two. There's the paper market, and then there's the physical asset market. Now, many of you know I'm a firm believer of taking hold of the physical metals, the physical asset, and not investing in the paper game. And what the banks do is they'll buy up all the papers. They'll buy up all the stocks and everything. And to give an illusion that a large volume is selling, they'll communicate with the other bankers, hey, we're going to dump all this stock and all these paper assets on the market and be ready to buy. And they'll give the exact second. And they just basically trade stocks from one bank to the other, trade paper gold from one bank to the next bank. One bank buys it, one dumps it, one buys it. And the same way with silver, but I want to talk about gold, obviously. And it gives an illusion that there's a lot of volume of trade out there. And I'm trying to make it sound as simplistic as possible. Now on to silver. Silver is my preferred metal for stacking. Its advantages are it's cheap. There's many other advantages like the industrial usage of it. Some say it's actually rarer than gold. The disadvantages are its size. This is a stack of 20 silver eagles, 0.999, pure. It takes approximately 4 tubes of these to buy 1 ounce of gold. You would have to acquire a heck of a lot more of these to resemble the value and the wealth of gold. When you have such a large volume of coins, you have to have the space to store it. You have to have the logistics to lock it up. If you were to travel, for example, in an emergency, let's just say the world went to shit. Nobody was taking the paper dollar anymore like they've done in many countries. Their version of the dollar. And they resort back to precious metals like many countries have. Look at Zimbabwe. I can go on, Venezuela, and many other countries that do not, where their paper currency has failed and they're only taking physical metals. Even the black market is only taking physical metals. Well, in a society like that has collapsed, that is very high crime ridden, it's a big risk to walk around with a large volume of coins versus, let's say, one gold coin. One gold coin, you can find so many places to hide on your person. You can literally tuck it, make a cut in your pants belt and tuck it in there. I mean, there's so many little places to hide it, but try hiding $1,500, and I'm rounding up the gold price to about $1,500 an ounce, just for mathematical purposes. But try hiding 4 of these on your person, and then get mugged on the street, getting searched by a gang of assailants that are looking for a free ride. That's the downside to silver. I want to talk about one advantage. I'm saving this advantage for last. Silver is being held down vastly in its value. It's being kept down. And in the past, it was 10-to-1 ratio, meaning it took 10 of these coins to buy 1 ounce of gold. God, I'm tired. I'm all over it today. Well, now it's 80-to-1, like I just mentioned. And a lot of people in the know, and a lot of experts foresee silver rising in price 4, 5, 6-fold, whereas they only see gold going double, maybe triple. So pound for pound, which would be a better investment? I'd say silver is. It's cheaper, and in the long run, the experts say it's going to pay off better. Again, if I had the money, I'd collect gold also. But logistically, silver is not as good. It's a demand on space. You have to find a place to lock it up, and if you want to travel with it, it can be a little daunting. I want to move on to copper. I also get equal comments about copper, asking if they should stack copper coins. Now, many of you know, when it comes to gold and silver, you take physical possession. You don't buy paper stocks. You don't buy any of that garbage. With copper, I'm going to make an exception. Now, I briefly looked at the price of copper, and it was like $3 and change a pound. Remember, 1 coin is an ounce. One of these coins is an ounce at about $17, $18 a coin. Copper is $3 and change a pound. So my answer to stacking copper is a no. To accumulate just the volume of this one tube. I'm not a human computer. I can't do the math, but it's a hell of a lot of coins. Copper coins. Now, if you want to have a few in the house, fine. But if you really want to invest in copper, because of its volume that it would take to store in your home, I'd say in that situation only, invest in copper mines and invest in the paper market. Just based on its on the volume it would take to acquire any kind of sizable wealth in your home. Lastly, I want to touch on cryptos, and this is an important subject. And I'm going to be the first to admit I know about this much about cryptos. But I've done a little reading and I have a little perception of what's going on in the crypto market that I would like to share. Had I had the foresight a couple of years ago, I would have gotten into the crypto market. After seeing what it has done for a couple of people, I set up, actually a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, I set up a crypto wallet. Had the crypto address and everything. And I was about ready to buy cryptos, and I got cold feet on how they wanted you to set up your banking information. Literally, they were asking for social security numbers and everything. And I got a little nervous, and I didn't do it. I didn't proceed to link my bank account and whatnot, and therefore I did not buy. I wish I would have. I follow a couple of news channels. One is JSNIT4 Realist News, and he invests in cryptos, and he has done extremely well for himself. Now, normally I wouldn't believe any Yahoo on YouTube, but I've been following JSNIT4, gosh, since 2008. Back when he was strictly a news station, a news channel. And when you get to know somebody that long, when you listen to somebody that long, and you hear little tidbits of stories of their lives and their travels and their various jobs, you get to know a person. You get their personality bleeds through. And I trust Jay Snip. And he has bought pretty much a mansion just on cryptos in Florida. I wouldn't say it's like a full-blown mansion, but it's pretty nice home from what I gather. All on cryptos. He put the down payment on cryptos, blah, 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 blah. I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of the bad news that's coming in from cryptos, a lot of the bad stories that are coming in from cryptos, as any market shows success, you have a lot of counterfeiters that are coming in. You have a lot of bad people that are coming in and trying to make a profit off the good name of the crypto. And a lot of people have fallen for this trap and have failed miserably and gotten, basically cyber mugged. And I think that's where the problem is. And when you follow somebody that you know, and I'm not talking about a YouTube channel that you were just introduced to about a week ago or a month ago, and you follow them and listen to their advice, that's silly. You got to follow a person. Know the person that you're following if you're going to listen to somebody's advice. But yeah, as far as cryptos, I get a lot of questions about cryptos. What about cryptos? Yes, again, be very careful. Check out channels like JSNIT4 YouTube channel, his the Realist News channel, and see what he's doing. I hear Litecoin is an excellent coin, Bitcoin. There's some other variations of cryptocurrency that he's doing that it's a little over my head right now. Yeah, I would definitely do the gold. I would definitely do silver and definitely do cryptos. I wouldn't dive 100% into cryptos, but test the waters, if you know what I mean. Make a small purchase. See how you feel about it. Definitely get yourself some gold. Like I said, I would, when I start stacking gold, and I want to start off with those dime size 10th ounce gold pieces, but who knows, maybe next year I'll be able to do that. Anyway, I apologize about being all tired today, and I'm just exhausted. I don't know what it is. Rough day at the gym yesterday. My legs, they just feel like rubber. Like when I walk, every step I take, they're like doing, 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 doing. I just feel really weak today. Very exhausted. But I'm gonna go into work and muscle through it. Folks, thanks for tuning in. I'm almost at the 10,000 sub mark, and I cannot show my appreciation more. Thank you so much. Have a great day.